In this video, I'm going to show you how I've been able to maximize the GPT-4 and the AI models to actually make millions of naira in the online space. Now, if you're that person and you're out there, you can actually do that also. If you're looking for ways to actually double your income or probably have something by the side that can actually generate income for you, then this is the video for you. Now, the GPT-4 model came and a lot of people had complaints that it is taking jobs and all that, which rightly it did, right? It did. Now, also with the computer age, right? When the computer age came and all that stuff, a lot of people repelled against the computer age and all that. It's taking people's job, it's doing people's job. But right now, we live in a world where you need to be a computer literate to actually get about 95% of jobs out there. Even jobs as simple as being a teacher in schools, because there are certain softwares that are being used and all that stuff, Zoom classes and all that. You need to be a computer literate, right? And that is the same direction and the trajectory where we're going with the ChatGPT, the AI system and all that. It is only going to be a smart thing for you to do to actually understand how it works. Now, there are 5 things that you can actually do in the online space that can actually make you a multi-millionaire. And guess what? It is by taking advantage of the ChatGPT 4 Plus model or the ChatGPT 3.5 model. If you do not have the ChatGPT 4, you don't have $20 to pay, or the co-pilot. Now, if you want to know how you can actually use the ChatGPT 4 model for free, all right, I have created a video, right, which I am leaving in the description below. Just click on that video and it will show you. Now, without further ado, let's go in. The 5 system. Number 1 is becoming a content writer. Yes, you heard me right, becoming a content writer. Now, I know the question in your mind is that, how do I become a content writer when ChatGPT 4 can actually create content for me? Very simple. I started off my career in the online space by writing content, privacy policy, blog posts, short articles for people and all that stuff. And with the invention of ChatGPT, I remember a couple of my friends that were in the same industry. Some of them were on Fiverr and all that, reaching out to me and saying, our job is literally gone. And I thought to myself, literally, not exactly. What I did was I took advantage of the ChatGPT, literally the AI models, all right? And I bettered my job. Now, there are 2 limitations of the AI. Number 1, the ChatGPT 4, the ChatGPT 3.5 rather, can only go as far back as 2022, all right? So there is the limitation of time. The ChatGPT 4 also, I think, can also go as far back as 2020, not farther than that, all right? Every AI model that you see has its limitation as it pertains to time, all right? And if you want to create content for future events also, they can only tell you what has happened, the information that is available to them, all right? So one of the limitations of the ChatGPT 4 system is time. The second limitation is empathy. Computer can never be empathetic, all right? Now, empathy is simply understanding what a person needs per time and understanding why the person needs it and actually communicating or writing your content to suit that need, make it tailor-made for that need. Now, these are 2 things that ChatGPT 4 is missing, or the ChatGPT or AI models are missing. Now, every time, right, I am applying for any role and all that, now I'm going to communicate it simply to you. Yes, you have the ChatGPT 4 model as a content, you can do that for yourself. However, it has its limitation. Another limitation that just came to mind right now is the fact that it can be detected, all right? You create a content using ChatGPT 4, especially a blog post, and you put it out there. Any AI system can actually flag it that this content is actually AI generated and not accepted, all right? Now, I want to assure you that I've been able to work with companies that actually even paid for the ChatGPT 4 model for me to use it, right? And how does this happen? They know very well that using this is only going to make my work better, because the ChatGPT 4 in itself cannot create content for you that is going to be beautiful enough to actually meet some certain needs, all right? So I am putting it out there that the job of a content writer is not gone. It is very much available. Now, the second thing that you can do using ChatGPT 4 is to become a content person, a content creator, all right? Become an influencer. Now, how do you become an influencer using the ChatGPT or the AI models? Very simple. Use it to create scripts for yourself. Now, you can create your script, right? Your content script. Now, normally you have to go write your script and all that. For content like this, right, I have to go write down my script and all that, put it down, put it in a list, and then use probably a teleprompter to actually create content on like this or also. But if you have ChatGPT or the AI system, you're only supposed to just input exactly what you want, what kind of content you want to create, and it will create a script for you. Now it has cut your work by 2 times the time you would use. So you literally use maybe 5 minutes if you're supposed to use 10 minutes to actually become a content creator. All right, very simple. It also comes up with content ideas for you. Now, the third thing you can do actually as a ChatGPT creator is to actually write books online. Now, there are various websites out there that actually pay people to actually create books for them. Beautiful content there. There's the Amazon. All right, Amazon Kindle. A lot of people have prioritized Amazon Kindle, but Amazon Kindle also is not the only one. If you're in Nigeria, there is Okada Books. All right, there are so many websites where people go on to read books. All right, and they get paid for it. All right, so all you have to do is to discover this website. Right now, the question is, am I supposed to just go on, any of this AI and actually say, create a book for me on this? No. The simple thing you do, instead of asking for the AI to actually create book for you, ask the AI to actually create a table of content for you. Now, when you create a table of content for you, come on, guys, there has to be some responsibility from your end, which is simply doing some part of the task, right? It's when it creates a table of content for you. Oftentimes, this is what I do. It creates a table of content for me that is beautiful and will be accepted by anybody in the world, right? So I use that table of content as a guide to actually create my book. Now I don't have to be thinking what is supposed to be in my chapter 1, what is supposed to be my chapter 2, what is supposed to be my chapter 3, how is my conclusion going to be. In fact, normally I would ask it, okay, give me an introduction, because oftentimes the introduction of your book determines whether a potential buyer is going to buy your book or not, because most times this website will allow them read the introduction before actually going in and see the content. All right, so many people have issues with actually structuring their content, which is literally the whole body and skeleton of your book. But this AI can actually create this content for you. I have a class where I teach people how to actually create wealth and make money online, and this is one of the tools I actually showed them when it comes to actually creating digital books and all that. So just as it will create scripts for you for content creation, it will also create, your direct content for you, create introduction for you. And all you have to do is to now actually fill up those content that it has created for you. Another way that you can maximize the ChatGPT-4 model or the AI model is by being a research person, right? Write researches for people. Now, if you use the Binge AI like I showed, there's a description of video. There's a link in the video in the description below where I showed you how you can use the Copilot and why the Copilot AI is perfect for use and all that, the ChatGPT-4 system, how to bypass that. Watch that video, you will see how the Copilot works, right? Now, you can become a research specialist, all right? People write project every day. People write, master's project, undergraduate project, PhD project, and oftentimes these people are looking for people to help them. All right, so you can use a combination of this. Now, when you use the Copilot system, the Copilot does not. Now the question is, I need references, I need all of this, right? The Copilot does not just create content for you; it gives you references, so you don't even have to use the content. It just gives you straight up references. It will give you the content, give you references where this information was taken from. So you just have to click on those references and just go do the search yourself. So it cuts your stress by 2, right? You just go there, use ChatGPT-4 to actually create a structure for the thesis or the write-up. Use the Copilot to actually get the references and the actual exact journals, articles, books that actually speaks on this subject you're actually creating content for or doing the research for, and then read up on the research, create your own content, create your own, research paper and forward it to your client, and you get paid. I literally have a friend who does this for a living. He has a company and all he does is actually write a research paper for people, right? Now, I've showed you guys 4 ways you can actually make money from the AI model, and these are all practical ways that I have made money from it, or I see people in my community, in my circle, make money from it. Millions and millions and millions of naira. All right, guys, do this, implement this, and actually thank me later. All right.